Hiya, my name is Kirsty, and I've decided to make this quick little video for short, easy ways on how to draw animals. It's about 7 AM here. We've just got back from the beach, and I just got a phone call from my sister saying, this is sister back in the UK. Instead of getting an Easter bunny, they got 2 little turtles, which is amazing. So I started thinking about like creative ways to explore, or like parents working from home, having the kids at home, which is awesome, but maybe they don't have enough time. So I've decided, here's a video for pretty much anyone. All you need is a book of some sort, pen, pencils, and paints. So we're going to start today on super quick, easy ways on how to draw elephants, starting with shapes. Okay, so here goes. So really the trick is with this is think of everything in terms of triangles. So this is what I've drawn out first. So you want to start, this side is going to be slightly longer than this side. So just as you can imagine, the trunk is going to be curving round like this. So yeah, first of all, start drawing out your triangle, and then 2 upside down triangles, which is going to be the legs. Now moving over to what I've just drawn now. Sorry, my phone ran out of battery, otherwise we could have done it as I was doing it. So from the triangles, you want to move on to here. And I reckon, I actually started with the top of this. So if we go move back over to where we were, so you just want to start mapping out So if you imagine this at the top of the head, start with this, and then you want to follow pretty much the line of the ear. Yeah, so it's okay if you come out of the lines. It's pretty much just as a guideline anyway. So this is our ears. So then I would start doing the eye next, like what I've done over here. So you want to start adding in both eyes pretty much. I'm actually drawing with one hand and filming with the other, so this will be interesting. So then you kind of want to start mapping in your trunk, which is going to kind of go around here like this, like what I've done here. That, and then obviously start putting in the wrinkles again, just roughly, the little sucker. So then you can see, so we'll move on to what I've already done, and I can post up this picture later so you guys can also copy it. So the eyes, trunk, so we'll do here. Add in these details next. You can do those parts. So then you've probably got about this much done so far. So then I would move on to this. Now, I don't know if kids have been following David Attenborough. This is actually an African elephant, not an Indian elephant, just because the size of the ears here are much bigger. So this can come round. And then you want to start adding in your legs, as we are over here with the triangles. All you want to do is just along this line here, just start adding in more of a curve and the toenails. And then obviously you've got like the rest of the animal's body. We can make that a bit wider. Coming out either sides here, behind the ears. And then after that, we start moving into the shading. So we'll put these lines in here, because elephants have quite kind eyes, I think. So we don't want to make them too dark. But here, where we started drawing along the trunk, so this, when we go into the shading, the shadow, because the angle is going to be coming up this way. So this bit's going to be darker than this bit. So it's quite, just start to draw like a little line on the way down. And then we start doing the creases of the trunk. Now this bit, because the ear is gonna like indent in almost. I always say a really good way to start with shading if you've not done a lot of drawing, to just create darker lines. If you want to do like a crosshatch. And against it. And that's more for your paints, and straight away it gives a bit more depth to your drawing, so you can start to see how the shape is a bit more. So next is the fun part, which is how you want to, what's your background going to be? So I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go pretty minimal on this one. So I've just added some shading round where the legs are, because if you can imagine, the elephant's quite a big presence, heavy shadows if they're on like an African plain. And I'm probably going to put some big shadows around its ears. But I actually want water to come out of the trunk. So about a year and a half, no, about 2 years ago now, I was in India. And in Rajasthan, they always have the expression, which is good luck, power, and love. It's like your three main points for life. So I'm gonna do water coming out, shooting out of the trunk, and with a message of each one. So we'll do water. This is going to be the good luck. This is going to be the power. And this is going to be love. So we've got an African elephant giving out an Indian message. But just to put some positivity, especially into everyone's day while everyone's stuck at home, or let's make it fun. So there you go. So now time to add colour. So next, colour time. So you don't really need that much. This is my pot of paint, so there's really not a lot going in. Variety of different brush sizes. Love a square one, love a thinner one, and this is good to just get the base colour down. So you need your primary colours. So that's your red, your yellow, your blue, black, loads of white. And then, I don't know, I always think I have a preference of blues and purples because that's what I love. So I've got a few special colours to add in there. So you've really not got that many colours. So start off with your lightest colours first. So that's your whites, if you want to put yellows, and you want to start mixing those first. So I'll show you the progress. So starting off, you just want to make more of a base for the paint. So the lighter colours first and as watery as you want. So you can see I'm just like mapping in these lightest colours first. Super light. Parts of this are going to be light. Now I love multicoloured, that's just my type, but you can pick any colours you want, as long as you start with shades like light to dark. And I'm just adding water. You just don't really want a white background because it makes the paint has less depth. So I'm just giving everything like a little wash to start with. And then after that, I actually then go straight on to my darkest colours next. I'm sure other people might do something different, but yes. So as you can see, I'm just adding in the darker areas as such, but I'm mixing a lot of water with it. So nothing's too detailed. You've not got like all the exact shades. It's just so you can start to see where you're going to start mixing your dark colours. So all I do on my paint here, I blend the colours I want, add a lot of water so you get pretty much just a shade, like a wash, and then just which is great for when you start doing like these sorts of shadow areas. Exactly the same. Now you've pretty much got your base colours down for now. I don't know if you can kind of tell, there's a lot of colour going on there, and there's not enough like darks and enough whites to really bring out the detail. And there's still a lot of water and it's not that much detail. So that's when you want to get a black pen. A Sharpie's best, and that's where you want to leave this to dry for a little bit. You can then really start adding in these darker bits for the shading. And this pretty much comes down to you, how you want to do all of this and how dark. So once you have finished adding all the shading in, you can go as crazy as you like on this. You pretty much have your African elephant. Now I'm going to leave this up. I'll take a photo and put it separately to the video so that you can copy it. But yeah, happy drawing.